Welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking something absolutely massive. We are looking at a fundamental shift happening in the tech world right now as we speed toward 2026. We're talking about the incredible transition from AI simply talking to us to AI actually doing the work for us. If you've been keeping an eye on software development, you know the landscape is changing incredibly fast. So today we're breaking down the source material to show you exactly why AI agents are the next big frontier.
Think about your current experience with AI for a second. We are rapidly moving past the era where you have to do all the manual work after asking a basic AI a question. Up until now, it's been like an AI giving you a recipe, but you still have to go into the kitchen and actually cook the meal yourself. But what happens when the software goes into the kitchen, gathers the ingredients, cooks the dish, and serves it right to you? That's the exact leap we're exploring today.
Okay, let's take a really quick look at our roadmap. We'll cover the shift to agents, the anatomy of an AI agent, real-world developer use cases, building your first agent, and finally, mistakes builders absolutely must avoid.
So let's dive right into Section 1, the shift to agents.
To truly grasp the opportunity here, we have to clearly distinguish between the conversational interfaces we're all used to and the task-driven systems that are taking over. According to the source material, an AI chatbot is essentially a conversational system. It's great for generating content, answering FAQs, or writing code snippets. But here's the catch. It inherently needs you in the driver's seat. If you want it to write a LinkedIn post, you have to prompt it. Want a revision? You prompt it again. It just doesn't take independent action unless you specifically tell it to.
An agent, on the other hand, operates completely differently. It takes a high-level goal from you and independently completes the entire workflow. Instead of just asking it to write a blog post, you tell an AI agent to go research trending developer topics, compare competitor blogs, write the article, generate the SEO metadata, and draft a promotional email. The agent breaks that massive goal down, figures out the steps, and does literally all the heavy lifting for you.
This perfectly illustrates the contrast, especially if you look at the control and output rows. Chatbots require constant step-by-step instruction just to output a text-based response. Agents? Well, you give them a single goal, and they deliver a completed final workflow. Essentially, a chatbot says, here's the text. An agent says, I researched it, I wrote it, and I scheduled it to be published.
This crucial point is beautifully summarized in this analogy straight from our source material. A chatbot is like a helpful explainer. An agent is like a junior teammate who can execute. Think about that for a second. You don't micromanage a good teammate, right? You just align on the objective and trust them to use their tools to get the job done.
Moving right along to Section 2, Anatomy of an AI Agent.
Let's look behind the scenes and break down the technical architecture that actually allows an AI to act autonomously. It breaks down into 5 sequential parts: the LLM brain, tools, memory, the planning system, and the execution layer. You need all 5 of these working in perfect harmony to create a true AI agent. Let's walk through them.
It all starts with the LLM brain. Think of models like GPT, Claude, or Gemini. This is your reasoning engine. It's the part that actually understands your initial goal, makes the core decisions, and generates the plans. But on its own, a brain can only think. To actually affect the real world, it needs hands.
And that is exactly why you connect that brain to tools. Because without tools, an agent is really just a highly intelligent conversationalist locked in a box with no internet connection. Tools allow the agent to do actual work, like searching the live web for competitor data, reading local files, sending out emails, or creating calendar events. Next up, we add memory and planning. Memory is what personalizes the output over time. It remembers your specific brand tone, your target audience, or past project decisions so you don't have to sound like a broken record. The planning system is the logic center. It takes a massive goal like creating a marketing campaign and breaks it down into a small, actionable, step-by-step roadmap.
Finally, we reach the execution layer. This is where developers, especially MERN-stack developers, bring the whole thing to life by connecting the agent to real applications and services. We're talking about using a Node.js backend to orchestrate the logic, MongoDB for storing tasks in memory, and tools like cron jobs or queue systems to run these workflows seamlessly in the background.
All right, on to Section 3, Real-World Developer Use Cases. So armed with this architecture, what should developers actually be building? The opportunity isn't just to build a generic tool, it's to solve deeply specific, painful problems. Take the blog writing agent, for example. Instead of a generic writer, imagine a MERN app that handles the entire pipeline, from finding trending topics all the way to scheduling the post, or a freelance client finder that autonomously analyzes potential clients' websites, drafts personalized outreach pitches, and tracks follow-ups. These aren't just toys. They are robust business solutions.
Next up, Section 4, Building Your First Agent. If you're ready to start building products like those, the source material has a very clear warning. Do not jump straight into building complex, autonomous systems from day one. You will just get totally overwhelmed. Instead, build progressively. Start simple. Master prompt engineering and API integrations with a basic chatbot first. Once that works, level up to Step 2 and give your chatbot a tool like web search. Then, introduce a database for Step 3, memory. By slowly stacking these capabilities, you gradually and reliably reach full agent status without your whole system falling apart.
And finally, Section 5, Mistakes Builders Must Avoid.
As you climb that builder's ladder, there are a few critical pitfalls that can completely derail your project. First, keep your agent hyper-focused. Building an AI agent for everything almost always fails. Build an AI agent that writes SEO blogs for developers instead. Also, you must always mandate a human review step before sensitive actions. If your agent is going to send out emails to clients, publish live data, or spend your company's API budget, a human absolutely must click Approve first. Unless, of course, you enjoy explaining to your boss why an AI just bought 500 pizzas.
Another massive one. You absolutely must maintain detailed logs of every single step your agent takes. An agent is essentially a black box making decisions in the background. If you aren't logging the initial user input, the plan it generated, the specific tools it called, and the intermediate outputs, debugging a complex multi-step workflow becomes practically impossible.
We are entering a completely new paradigm here, and users' expectations are fundamentally changing. They don't want an instruction manual anymore. They want software to just hand them the final completed work. That is the new standard you are building for in 2026. I want to leave you with this really provocative thought about your role as a builder in this rapidly evolving landscape. In 2026, developers who understand AI agents will not just use AI tools. They will build the tools others use. You have the foundation now. The question is, what workflow are you going to automate first? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.